With Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. The New York Knicks coming to this one following a loss, guys, to the Jazz. Now here's Brunson. Outside, Towns. This one for three. That falls. Nice feed that time from Brunson. Towns has got the opening basket of the game for the Knicks. Here's Oklahoma City. It's a three-point game. We know Doris and Towns might already be one of the best shooting bigs ever.
Well, Kevin, he flat stated and called himself the best shooting big of all time. He has an argument because not only has she shot the ball incredibly well from deep, even as his volume has gone up, his efficiency stays the same. This is a gifted offensive post player.
Deflects the pass. Bridges, right side. And now, just over a minute played here in the first.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Williams with the ball. He's picked up by Anunoby.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Outside, Towns. Here's Caruso. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Bridges outside. Shoots over towards. Bridges shot. Good.
Well, 9 times out of 10, that probably is a miss, but somehow he finds a way.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. And the layup's good off the glass.
It's very long, and SGA so effective around the hoop because of that length.
Here's Towns. Lays it up off the glass. Towns has got 5 now.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Pass to Dort.
Boy, that's a savvy move by Lou Dort on the inside. Gets himself the whistle.
Oklahoma City shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
All free throws good from George. Doris, the way this Knicks roster was put together, they have a great level of physicality.
Kevin, if you think about it, with the way the rules are starting to trend back toward that level of physicality, they've got an opportunity to be successful. They also have a big-time star in Jalen Brunson, so there's a lot to like about the future. Really poor pass there, guys, and the D did a great job capitalizing off the mistake.
Holmgren the screen. Stolen by Brunson. Right side Towns. Lets the 3 fly. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Goes up to the stripe. It's rebounded by New York.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Pass to Towns. Anunoby has the open look. Good, and the assist goes to Towns.
The jump shot just keeps improving from OG Anunoby. Amazing. You put in the time, you get into a nice rhythm.
18 feet out. That one wide left. The Knicks with the lead. And Brunson, here we go. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And one thing among many doors that's so impressive about Jalen Brunson, the way he goes to work in the paint. Wow.
Kevin, at his size, you have got to be crafty. You've got to have great footwork and great patience. You've got to be willing to work in a crowd. What he does is really impressive.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, Lou Dort makes his bones at the defensive end. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I always try to test myself against him in practice because he's the best of the best. Coach Mark Daigneault said, I look at him more like he's an artist. We can shift him anywhere. There's no one he can't guard. Kevin?
David, he is a beast. Wow, thank you for the report. Inside, here's Dort. Brunson with some nice D. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for New York. They lead by 4.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Covington with the steal. Pass to Towns. A finish. And Towns throws it down.
Well, don't sleep on the foot speed of Karl Anthony Towns. He's a factor in transition.
Stolen by Anunoby. To the left side wing. And here's Brunson. Towns wide open. And again, it's New York.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
To end the run. That's good on the jump shot. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6.
This guy is an absolute scorer from anywhere on the floor. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander doing work in the mid-range.
Anunoby, good.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Stolen by Dort. Fires the 3. Caruso, no good. It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns for the New York Knicks. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all
21.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for New York.
I mean, they've come out aggressive defensively, getting into them and coming up with some cookies along the way.
The other thing they've done a great job of so far is getting offense off of their defense, forcing turnovers, then quickly converting.
Covington with the steal. Pass to Terry. Over Williams. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Thunder trailing by 9. Wallace outside. To the middle. Here's Hartenstein. Excellent D that time there from McGee.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chipping.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Josh Hart. That's foul number 2 for him.
Nick substitution.
George, do you think the Oklahoma City Thunder has the best young core in the NBA?
Well, they are absolutely loaded with talent, Kevin. Not only that, they fit together. Now they've got a perennial MVP because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has inserted himself into the best player in the game conversation and a rising star in Chet Holmgren. Look out.
A steal. A 3 ball. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Yeah, they're relying on their 3-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Williams for 3. And it's rebounded by Covington. The Knicks leading by 12. Here's Hart. And he uses the glass on the layup. Hart's got 5 points now this quarter.
That's all grit from Josh Hart. This guy will mix it up on the interior.
Here's Wallace driving to the basket.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Kolek, no good.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Now, here's Hart. He has 5. Outside Covington. It's Hart on the wing. Fires for 3. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Joe in the corner. A three-pointer off the mark. New York leading by 12. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Back to Terry. And Isaiah Joe picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Pass to Hart. And here is Robinson. Shot clock at 5. From past the arc. And you know, Greg, we're seeing so many teams utilizing the dribble handoff.
And it really forces the defense into a bad spot. Can create situations where the offense has an advantage, and then it allows you to kind of seek out the matchup.
Here's Kolek. He has yet to score. It's Covington on the wing. Terry outside. Goes in for the dunk.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. In the corner, it's Wiggins. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Beyond the arc. Wiggins with the rebound. Thunder trailing by 12. Pass to Hartenstein. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Williams scanning the floor. Rebounded by Covington. And so it's New York with it. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Here's Robinson. Thunder with the rebound. Screen by Hartenstein. The tray. Out to Wallace. From outside the arc. Knocks down the 3-ball. Wallace has got it back down to within single digits for the Thunder.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Thunder take it one step at a time. All-star Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I think we all stay in the moment, and that's why we've been able to get better. Attack the day, the program in front of us. We all have the right intentions and want to win at the end of the day. Kevin?
Love that attitude, growing by leaps and bounds. Thank you, David. The ultimate glue player, Josh Hart. Doris, he plays way bigger than his listed 6'4" height.
I'm going to be honest with you, Kevin. This is the best rebounding guard I've ever seen in my career covering the NBA. Let's remember, he won a national title in college. He's willing to do absolutely anything to help his team win. You want this guy on your side. Yeah, that corner 3 has been a sweet spot for Mikal over time.
Pass to Williams. On the wing, Wallace. Picked by Williams. Puts up a 3. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Outside Williams. Double team on Williams. Shoots. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Williams has got 4 this quarter.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Bridges ball and the buzzer beater's good.
Yeah, that's exactly how to end the half on a high note. Tacking 3 points onto this lead at the horn. The mood in each of those locker rooms will be very different.
And so it's New York looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Oklahoma City, trailing by 13. Here's the 3. Nailed from three-point land. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 9 points.
Range on range. SGA with the big-time delivery from 3.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Gilgeous-Alexander. And Doris, what a breakout for the guard Jalen Brunson these last couple seasons.
Kevin, I think what's taken a lot of us by surprise is how capable he is in being the center point of an entire offense. And not only as a scorer for himself, but involving all the guys around him. Truly an incredible transformation.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Over in the corner, Caruso. From deep, Williams. Bridges with the board.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Here's Anunoby. Thunder with the rebound. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor. Towns for 3. Brunson outside. 6 to shoot. For 3. Brunson from long distance.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those 3-point attempts.
Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 11. Here's Holmgren. And again, it's Oklahoma City.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Towns the screen. And here's Brunson outside. Goes back up. And Towns with the lay-in good. Towns has got 11 points.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Holmgren can't hit. The Knicks leading by 13. 3-pointer. They get it again. Outside, Towns. Shoots the 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. He's got 14.
3-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's rebounded by Towns. And they've had a tough time scoring in the half court.
Credit the defense for making it hard on them. They've done a great job of disrupting the timing and spacing of their offense.
And the Thunder making a switch here. And so here is New York. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. Pass to Brunson. New York moving it around. Clock at 4. And it's Towns missing.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Well, the ascension of Jalen Williams-Doris has been swift and very fun to watch.
Oh, absolutely, Kevin. He became very quickly in his second season a number 2 option and, frankly, borderline 1A option. And it's not just his offensive game, Kevin. This guy has become a stout defender. He's got the perfect NBA frame, and he fits in personality-wise.
Screen by Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Pass to Achua. Brunson up top. He's got 10. The shot's good. Brunson's got 12 points in the game.
Now, the beauty of Jalen Brunson's game is his ability to create for himself. He can find looks.
Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a 2-pointer. A special move before the shot. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 7 now in this quarter. And there's the foul on Alex Caruso. That's his 3rd foul of the game. A minute 50 left in the 3rd. Outside, Towns. No good on the triple.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
Screen by Hartenstein. Outside Williams. 5 on the clock. Shoots over Achua. That one off the back iron and out. New York leading by 16. Bridges right side. Pass to Achua. Here's on an open. Now here's Towns. Baseline J on the way. Count it. 16 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
The problem is the defense has now allowed Karl Anthony Towns to establish the rhythm. Now you've got to double him or get it out of his hands because he's cooking right now.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Pass to Brunson. It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
Well, that's just anticipation from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, making things happen defensively and turning it into offense.
Knicks with the rebound. 20 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. On deep, Brunson drills the 3-pointer. Brunson's got 10 points in the quarter.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
Caruso, no good. Brunson scanning the floor. And so it's the New York Knicks with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. They've been playing.
The Knicks, 51.
And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for New York. 19-point game. When this game is done, they'll be off to Chicago as they take on the Bulls. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. On deep, Brunson, and right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Poked away. Over in the corner, Caruso. Pocket 6. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for New York.
Guys, the D hasn't had an answer for the three-point shooting, which is why they continue to just fire away from deep.
And another theme in this game, to me, guys, has been how lethal they've been in transition. Attack on the break and make sure you convert.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And Anunoby stays with it. And the Knicks lead by 21.
And they've gotten very aggressive on the offensive glass here in the second half, getting a lot of second chance plays.
And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
We all know that SGA is very capable of averaging 30 for a season. Tonight's exploit should come as no surprise.
Bridges outside. Caruso with the steal. To the inside. Outside Williams. Jacks up a 3.
That's a tremendous defensive read by Achua. Send it back.
Brunson with it. Back to Achua. Brunson, left side. And stolen by Caruso. Looking to end his cold spell. And it's Williams laying it in.
You can see Jalen Williams' speed on display right there. Gets out to score on the fast break.
Here's Towns. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. Thunder trailing by 17. Here's Holmgren. That one goes in.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
On deep, Brunson. And Holmgren pulls it down. Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. The Knicks leading by 15. Bridges inside the three-point line. New York, no good that time either. And the Thunder with possession. Holmgren wide open. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in.
And playing up-tempo, pro-level ball can be hard for some guys, but Holmgren has easily made the transition.
In the corner, it's Bridges. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Here's Towns. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
I don't know if he's tired or what, but he is definitely holding back a little bit, and he has to step his game up right now.
And the way they have controlled the glass this game, really impressive.
And bottom line, more boards means more possessions. That's how you build a lead. And no surprise here, right? This guy is not only a gifted player, but he is so smart on the offensive end.
Williams with the ball. Bridges covering. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. It's hauled in by Achua. The Knicks leading by 17. On the wing, Anunoby. Towns down low. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. Towns has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Is the mid-range for Mr. Towns part of the game? You bet.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for New York.
Tonight, they seem committed to the three-point shot.
That was the bread and butter. Fortunately, they made enough of those, but sometimes it was quantity over quality.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Karl Anthony Towns.
He was really important under the basket, making the plays down low and getting position to pull in rebounds.
Well, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander facilitating for his team right now. What a pretty pass.
This game looks like they've got it just about wrapped up.
Yeah, just got to work that clock and take care of the ball.
Pass to Towns. There's the triple. The Thunder pull it in. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Williams for three. And the Thunder another three.
Boy, that is a heads-up play right there by Lou Dort. He sees an opening and gets the ball exactly where it needs to go.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Alex Caruso. That will be foul number 5 on him.
Next substitution.
From deep, Brunson. And Holmgren pulls it down. Towns for three. He doesn't hit that one. So it's New York picking up the win. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy.
Make a big move like Big Mama. Javinci shirt spent 600. Make it rain on them all summer. Baby, go and get that rent money. She just came back from Amsterdam. See the big cam. Oh, see the gas. Waving, never give it. Just being be mad at me. You ain't gonna that's blasphemy. I know the guys gonna for me. Louis V project capacity. They can make this in a factory. God just blessed me with it naturally. Green light, but we still wake up broke, that's blasphemy. Forecast. 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 Used to play Dreamcast. Forecast. Who eating less DoorDash? Forecast. 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 Used to play Dreamcast. Forecast. Who eating less DoorDash? Forecast.
Wake up, get your in my makeup, get your fake blood, fake tough. Put your up for the princess, rates up, jigs up, put your up, get your put your up. That's tough, pay up, get your rates up for the princess. But bullshit me, she freaky, dale.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. On the sidelines, it's David Aldridge. The Pistons hoping for a happy ending to close out their homestand before hitting the road. They're getting their first look at the Thunder in this one. Last season, they split the series with each team able to win on the road. And you look at the Detroit Pistons, Stan, so much young talent, but the chemistry is a work in progress, clearly.
Well, it is, Kevin, and they're working on it, but it's hard with so many new faces, and they still need a second and third guy that they can build around. They've got a lot of good role players, they need a couple more stops.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. On offense, here are the Thunder. And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. Offline with his three. Here's Thompson. Finished off the break.
Gotta do more than this to stop Thompson. He's used to having to fight through contact.
About 1 minute into the first quarter. Over in the corner, Caruso. Beasley with the steal. Here's Ivy. Misses the three. Dort wide open. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it.
And when you have Dort on your side, this is what he brings on the offensive end. Great off the catch and fire.
Here's Ivy. And the rejection by Holmgren. And now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander, the fast break chance.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Back to Ivy. And slam dunk by Ivy.
And man, can Ivy fly. I mean, a big-time finish.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Now, here's Banchero. 5 on the clock. Lays it up and banks it in.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Oklahoma City. From Rookie of the Year in 2023 to an All-Star Greg in 2024, Paolo Banchero.
And, Kevin, that really says it all, doesn't it? Few players hit the ground running like Banchero has. Becoming an elite competitor, people fear almost instant.
Well, he didn't go up very strong there, and the defense was able to just push him off his shot.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Obviously, the Pistons in the midst of a long rebuild. 2 seasons in a row at the bottom of the league standings. Last season, they had the worst record in this once proud franchise's history. That counts the record-setting 28-game losing streak that they had. It's pretty clear that this could be a long road back to redemption. Kevin?
Yeah, could is the operative word. This could be indeed. David, thank you. Things really clicking for him at the offensive end.
They're making good decisions, not wasting these opportunities.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Holmgren the screen. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And watch out for SGA going to the basket. He will put it on your head if you're not watching.
Kicks it out to Banchero. No good from outside.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to...
Out of the rafters, he punched it in!
Are you kidding me?
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrap.
Just a remarkable gem. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
Just slicing his way to the rim. Just look at this kid, Ivy, go.
Thunder trailing by 3. Fires the 3. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Detroit with the ball. Going inside. Beasley with a clean look. Second chance shot. Back to Ivy. Nice defense from Dort.
Well, the defense was right where they needed to be to stop the layup. Great awareness and effort.
And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here. And the ball goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Beasley.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside.
Another miss. He is struggling for the quarter.
Thompson. Rebound by Williams. Thunder trailing by 3. Here's Holmgren. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And great job from Holmgren. I like when he shows confidence attacking inside.
It's Beasley on the wing. Here's Banchero. And the rejection by Holmgren. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Holmgren with the steal. Pass to Williams. Wiggins from outside. Buries it from three-point range.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Thunder out in front. They're up by 4. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And when you consider how the Thunder are doing, guys, what do you think?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
Yeah, it's the kind of offense every coach loves to see. Selfless and smart.
Stan, isn't it terrific? We're seeing these great stars in the NBA extending their careers more than ever before.
We certainly are, Kevin, and it's great for the league. The league keeps getting younger, though. These guys come into the league earlier. But I think what players have learned, it's not even just the basketball part. It's the strength and conditioning. It's the nutrition. They've taken care of themselves better, and that allows them to last longer.
Here's Topic from deep. And it's Reed pulling it down.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Anthony. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. A wide open look here for Caruso. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there.
And Caruso knows how to catch defenses off guard. Great work off that catch.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. So, Stan, we have a second-generation player in front of us, and next to us is Dad. Cole Anthony, he has his dad's gift, don't you think, for passing the ball?
Yeah, Kevin, and a lot more scoring gift than his dad had. You know, and the thing I love about what Cole has done, though, I respect so much, is he's accepted that role coming off the bench, and he's been such a great weapon for them.
Here's Wallace driving to the basket.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, you'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And both free throws good for Reed.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Pass to Topic. Hartenstein with it. And the layup's good off the glass. Hartenstein's got the lead up to 4 now for the Thunder.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And now a fast break for the Thunder. Ahead. Pass to Topic. Back to Hartenstein. 4 on the clock. Puts one up from 19. Topic, no good. Here's Martin. There's the drive. Thunder with the rebound. Caruso with the ball. And it's Martin picking him up.
Well, when he's able to find a shot he likes, Caruso can be pretty effective from range.
Outside Anthony. Again, the miss by the Pistons. The Thunder leading by 7. Pass to Caruso. Screen by Hartenstein. Here's Topic. They get it back. To the middle. And he jams it with authority.
Oh, yeah. Caruso has major spring to his game.
Martin. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Wallace looking for an opening. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Tobias Harris, over the course of his career, has played a lot at both forward positions. He says, I'm comfortable playing both of them. I'm not big on the position thing. I'm versatile. Kevin, he's just a basketball player and a very, very good one.
I would agree, David. I know you like him. We like him as well. A very skilled one at that. Thank you very much.
Number 6, Jalen Williams.
The Thunder leading by 9. Pass to Wallace. Williams a screen. 1:53 left in the first half. Connects from three-point range. Wallace has got 5 points so far.
Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
Well, I think it's because they're calling sets that really match up well with their personnel.
Ball's knocked loose. And it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession. .127 left to play in the first half. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Back to Williams. 5 to shoot. Over Reed. Williams' shot is off. Pistons trailed by 12. Now here's Hardaway. He has yet to score. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And you got to love a vet like Tim Hardaway Jr. He knows the game well, knows how to go out there and produce for his team.
Here's Wallace. 5 points in the game. Pass to Topic. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Martin. Here's Hardaway. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
It's good to see Hardaway not sitting back and attacking the rim.
Beyond the arc. Caruso, no good. In the corner, it's Martin. There's 31 seconds left here in the second. Harris inside. And slam dunk by Harris.
How about that finish by Harris? He sees his opening and does not hesitate to rise up and be free.
Pass to Wiggins. Launches it from deep. Back to Wallace. Nailed from three-point land. Wallace has got 8 points in the quarter. Now Anthony. Poked loose. And so it's Oklahoma City in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. And we'll be back with you shortly. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams for 3. And the 3 ball is good. Williams has got 9 points.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible.
Banchero inside. Goes back up. That shot off the mark. Good D by Williams. Here we are sizing up Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch and shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
And you look at Ausar Thompson, coach, already imposing at the defensive end of the floor.
He certainly is, Kevin, and that's what they got him to do, but it's the offensive end where he has to make strides, especially in his three-point shooting. It's problematic for a perimeter player who struggles to get the ball in the basket.
Holmgren the screen. Count it. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the lead up to 13 now for Oklahoma City.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And here's Ivey. He's got 12. 4 on the shot clock. Back to Beasley. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Gilgeous-Alexander deciding where to go with it. Shoots it up. Duren pulls it in.
Yeah, not his best night in terms of shot selection. Lucky for him, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Williams for 3. Rebounded by the Pistons.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Thompson outside. Back to Ivey. Bobbed up there for Thompson. Dort with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
Well, the defense just dared him to take that one. Poor execution on their part, but they got lucky. Well, halftime is supposed to be for adjustments. I'm sure this isn't what they had in mind.
And the dunk by Holmgren.
And attacking the rim. Holmgren making excellent use of that height inside.
To the paint. Here's Duren. And Duren slams it in.
And he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Right side, Williams. And stolen by Thompson. Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
And his athleticism is really off the charts. Love seeing Thompson punching home like that.
Well, so far in the second half, he hasn't been able to get another 3 to fall.
And we're seeing some big paydays for NBA head coaches these days, Stan. Do you miss it?
Do I miss the paychecks?
Yeah.
Yeah, payday was always really good in the NBA. No question about that.
What about now, though? What about now?
Well, it's gone through the roof, but look, The trade-off is the paydays are big, but there's not a great deal of job security, Kevin.
And, guys, that strength will serve Banchero really well in the league, and we're starting to see signs of it already.
The first overall pick, and Stan, we have seen this kid, 6'10" Paolo Banchero. How impressive have you assessed his passing skills?
Well, Kevin, it was the thing that surprised me most about him when he came in the NBA. I knew he could put the ball on the floor and attack the basket, get to the free throw line, but he is one of the best big playmakers in this league, making the game easier for all of his teammates.
Wow, what a great asset.
You aren't kidding.
A three. Williams can't get it to go. Pistons trailed by 8. .146 left in the third quarter of the game.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. 9 points in the game so far. Got a piece of it.
Well, Duren making his physical presence known. Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
Here's Banchero. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Williams. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Pistons?
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And not just that, they're also forcing turnovers at a high rate and taking advantage in transition.
And that one is good by Beasley.
One thing I really like about Ausar Thompson, he's a team-first guy, always willing to make the extra pass.
Here's Joe. Bangs home the trifecta. Joe's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And with that three-pointer, how about ending that 11-0 run by Detroit?
Here's Ivy. And slam dunk by Ivy.
And this is what you want Ivy doing, attacking lanes to the rim with confidence.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Thompson. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Pistons trailed by 5. And it's a great finish!
Oh my gosh.
And when it comes to getting up and down the floor, Thompson has few peers.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. To the wing right side. Just 5 to shoot. Holmgren can't hit. And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guy. And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. He wants to talk to his guys.
Well, it's a players' league, but certainly coaching has its place.
And this is when a coach earns his paycheck. Analyze the situation and give your players the information they need to succeed.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. to regroup and go over the strategy. Here's Ivy. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. Thunder lead by 3. Live from Little Caesars Arena, you're watching. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. Pistons trailed by 3 to tie it up. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound.
Well, he hit a couple of threes in the first half, but none since then.
Dort misses. And Beasley has the ball here for the Pistons. Looking ahead to their next game, playing at New Orleans, they'll match up against the Pelicans. It's game 1 of a 3-game road trip.
I think the win could be 12 feet off the ground, and Thompson could still go get the lob.
The kick out to Williams. To the left side wing. Holmgren wide open. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. And the Thunder lead by 4.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those 3-point attempts.
Pass to Banchero. Back to Ivy. Fires the 3. And he's good on the 3-ball.
And if Ivy can hit that shot with consistency, it really makes him a tough cover.
Over in the corner, Dort. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebound, Detroit.
Well, sometimes it's just not your night. But despite his struggles, they're ahead in the game.
Lobbed up there for Thompson. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Dort. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And Duren slams it in.
What timing on the alley-oop from Duren. That speaks to the chemistry and connection he has with his guy.
Game winding down, and they just keep changing leads.
And guys, no separation yet, and I really don't think we're going to see any all the way down.
Tries to save it. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ausar Thompson. That is his first foul of the game. Outside Williams. Holmgren the screen. Fires from deep. Banchero grabs the board.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Here's Thompson. And the rejection by Holmgren.
Already set the Summer League record for blocks in his first game. Holmgren, one of the best young shot blockers in the league.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Pass to Duren. Clock at 6. Kicks it out to Beasley. There's the 3. Trains the three-pointer. And the Pistons lead by 2.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Holmgren the screen. Shoots from 12. Thompson with the rebound. Pass to Ivy. Shoots the 3. Unable to get that one. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. up off target. And here's Detroit. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. To the inside. Duren. And Duren slams it in.
And a timely make from Duren. They really needed that.
Looking to get back on track here. And the dunk by Holmgren.
Unflappable. I mean, no moment is too big for Holmgren. They needed that basket.
Here's Ivey. Makes that one fall. It's his 8th bucket in 15 shot attempts.
Big-time buckets is what everyone wants to see from Ivey. He has to attack without hesitation in those situations.
He drops the first one, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. Gilgeous-Alexander hits them both.
Yeah, he's a guy you want at the line, and clearly not affected by the moment.
Inside, Thompson. And Thompson throws it down.
Monster points from Thompson. No fear in the big moment.
And Gilgeous-Alexander, here we go.
And where some feel stressed, Gilgeous-Alexander feels strength. Love the confidence from the young fella.
Here's Ivey. Driving inside. Caruso grabs the miss. And now a fast break for the Thunder. One 11 left here in the fourth quarter. To tie it up. And Gilgeous-Alexander with the layup. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 8 points in the quarter.
And what a shot from Gilgeous-Alexander. This guy isn't afraid of the moment. Wow.
Here's Duren. Kicks it out to Banchero. And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. During that last break, I listened in to J.B. Bickerstaff's huddle. With the game in the balance, coach was calm in the huddle. His main message, execution. He told his team to make sure to remember what they talked about during shoot-around. We've got a great ending in store, guys.
Thank you, David. Clock is at 3. Ivey, no one around him. Again, the miss by the Pistons. Dort with the ball. Beasley covering. Tipped away. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Wants to get it to Holmgren and does. To take the lead. Good!
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Here's Ivey. Buries the triple.
Calling for the ball and taking over. Ivey with great confidence and the game to back it up.
Caruso. No good.
And he's been a force on the glass all game long.
No doubt how much those boards impact.
Forecast. Used to play Dreamcast.